Hi guys, and welcome back to my video today. So today I'm going to be making wax melts again. My last video I did, I wasn't expecting it to be as popular as it was. I think it's currently sitting on 30,000 views, and I literally made that so impromptu. I was making the wax melts anyway, so I thought I'd just put my camera on. So this video I thought I would try and be a little bit more organised and give a little bit more detail, and I've got a couple new things, like I've got a thermometer which I didn't even have in my last one. So I'm going to make wax melts again, and this time hopefully it'll be a little bit more in detail and just a little bit more put together, and I'm not massive and pregnant and I'm not in my Minnie Mouse nightie, so hopefully the video will just come together a whole lot better. So I'm going to go over there, show you what I've got. Again, I'm not a professional, so same as the last video, this is just, I make these at home. I am definitely no professional, so I'm just going to show you guys what I do to make wax melts at home. You can Google it, you can watch thousands of YouTube videos, so if you found this one then thank you. I'm just going to show you what I do. Please don't come for me if I do anything wrong. This is literally just, like I said, how I do it in my kitchen at home. So let me show you what we got. Okay, so this is like the least professional setup ever. This is just what I have. So this is my big bag of wax chips. So I measure from here. I have a jug, a glass bowl, which I'm going to melt it in. Oh, actually you need a pan as well, so I'll grab my pan, hold on. So you need a pan that I'm going to put my glass bowl in. You need dye chips if you're going to dye it in different colours. I used to use wax crayons as well, so if there was a colour that I wanted, I'd just get the wax crayon and add some of that, but now I've actually got dye pieces. But just FYI, you can use crayon. You're going to need something to stir it with. So these are the ones that I use specifically for my wax melts, so I keep them separate. You're going to need some fragrance oil. There's my babies in the background. I am a mum of 5, so I am just filming in my kitchen while they're sat at the table eating dinner. You're going to need some moulds. This one is one that I've got, which is going to be like the snap bars, but in my last video you'll have seen me making gingerbread men's and love hearts, so you can literally just get any kind of silicone mould. And then these are just my little bags, which I sometimes put my wax melts in when I'm done to give them as gifts. Oh, and some scales and a thermometer. I nearly forgot the important things. So this I didn't have in my last one, so we're going to actually do it for the first time with my thermometer, so that's going to be exciting. So the first thing you're going to want to do is measure out your wax. I'm using 100 grams of wax for today, so I'm going to go ahead, boil the kettle and put it into here and measure out 100 grams of wax. So we're going to go ahead and measure 100 grams of wax. This is just a Peppa Pig cup, which I used years ago when I started making wax melts, and now it's just stayed as my measuring scoop. So there's 100 grams of wax, and we're just waiting for the kettle to boil, and then we're going to place this into the water to melt. Gonna go ahead and leave that to melt over there in the pot. So it should take around 10 to 15 minutes to melt, and we're just going to keep stirring it and keeping an eye on it while it melts. My son has chosen this red dye, so that's the dye that we're going to use. So once it reaches 70 degrees Celsius, that is when we're going to add that. You can see how quickly it melts when it's over in this pot. We're just going to check the temperature while we're doing it. So we're wanting to get the temperature up to 70 degrees Celsius before adding the colour. Oh, we have overflowed. Keep an eye on your boiling water, as this will happen. So we have reached 70 degrees. Oh, it's cooling down, but it did say 70 degrees. So now that it's reached 70 degrees, we're going to go ahead and add the colour chips. And you're just going to want to mix that in until that has melted as well. We've chosen a red. I let my son decide what colour we were going to use. And then once this is melted, you're going to want to take it off of the heat. So turn the heat off and then once it reaches 65 degrees, that's when we're going to add our fragrance oil. So I'm going to turn the heat off now and let this just sit and melt the wax. Let's check the temperature. So the fragrance oil that I've chosen to use this time is mango and passion fruit. So I'm going to pour this straight in once it reaches 65 degrees, like I've said 100 times. And this is going to give it a lovely, oh, it just smells like summer. I think I should have used this maybe a couple months ago, because now we're transitioning into like fall. I could have done with some like pumpkin spice or some cinnamon, but this smells so summery. I can smell it through the lid. It's amazing. You can pick up oils like this off like eBay, anywhere really like that. I just picked this up off of eBay, and you can find loads on there, then every scent you can possibly think of. I just got this one because I wanted a really nice summery scent, and this really is. So now we've reached 65 degrees, we're going to go ahead and add the fragrance oil in. And I'm going to go ahead and transfer this into this pouring jug and get it poured into the moulds. So we're going to go ahead and pour it into our moulds. And I managed to make 4 with this recipe, so I think I would obviously need to add more, maybe double up. We're going to leave these to set while I tidy away. So we're going to go ahead and wait for this wax to set. So it will be set to touch within a couple of hours. But if you want to leave it for a few days, or some people even say to leave it for like 2 weeks to cure, that is up to you. But if you're impatient and you want to use it, you can use it as soon as it is set to touch with your hands. As you can see, I'm just going to lift it up. It does start to set pretty quickly. You can see where it's still a bit wet. I don't recommend lifting it up like this. I'm literally just doing this to show you. So it is already starting to set, and it has basically been a few minutes. Do not put it into the fridge or the freezer or anything like that to help it set, because it will cause it to like have like dips in it and stuff, I've found. I don't know if that's like a proper thing or science or whatever, but maybe I should have googled that to find out for you. But yeah, don't try and speed up the cooling process. Just leave it on the kitchen side or wherever it is, your area that you've been making it, to cool. So once these have fully cooled, I'll come back and show them to you, show you what they look like. But yeah, so I hope that was like simple enough for you to understand and get through. I just make these in my kitchen, and like I said, I'm not a professional. I pretty much don't have a clue what I'm doing, but I'm going to make them either way today. So I thought I'll get the camera out, take you along with me, and if you're interested in making them, then go ahead. These would be like perfect for like Christmas gifts, birthday gifts for your family. I do them just for myself, but I have given them as gifts as well. But especially around Christmas time, making the little gingerbread ones, you can find the silicone molds like on Amazon, eBay, and the wax melts, the wax to make them up melts, you can find that over on eBay as well. eBay is just your best friend when it comes to this kind of gadgets and stuff. And once you've got like a big bag of wax, you've got it then. Like the only thing that I ever really have to stock up on now is this scent, depending on what scent I want to do. So yes, so once this is set, I'll come back and stop waffling on and show it to you then. So it's been a couple of hours, and I just wanted to show you that they had set. I could leave these for a little bit longer, But while the light is still light, I wanted to show you how they're looking. So I'm going to change the camera angle slightly and just show you, but let me see if I can pop one out. Hang on. So they should just pop out like this. And then you obviously don't want to hold them much in your hands because it is wax and you'll start to melt it. So yeah, so with the silicone molds, they should pop out quite nicely and easily. Just be careful to push all underneath to make sure that the bars don't snap. So I'm going to change the camera angle and show you. Pop out the wax melt bars, and there they are, ready for you to snap and use in your wax melt burner. So I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe and follow for more, and I'll see you, hang on, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.